Hello. Oh my God, I'm losing my voice. Hello. Welcome back to my channel and watching my videos. My God, I am in the full swing now. I've been a month in recreating this channel. It's been a little bit of a wild ride, but we're here and I'm back creating stuff for April and the end of March. So my name is Rechelle Mackay. If you've only just come across this channel, I am a confidence and spiritual coach. I am also the co-creator of Spiritual Sisters, which also has a YouTube channel. Maybe my girl could put it up on the screen for you or down below in the description. But yeah, so I am going to be today creating a pick a card, pick a pile. And we're going to have two piles. So I thought I'd do it a little bit differently to how I would normally read or do things over on Spiritual Sisters. And I'd do it more so around not just general or asking a question to the pile, but more around a specific theme. So before I even mention the actual pile and go into the depth of the cards on each different pile, A or B, I am actually going to give you a theme for each different area. And then I'll also talk a little bit about confidence based on the reading itself into each pile. Because as you know, I love confidence, and I think confidence is such a major part. I always talk about this in all of our lives, in all of the sectors of our lives. And it's one of those things we're going to constantly be working on and growing on the inside. So I thought I would do a little bit of that based on the readings. And then, of course, I always bring my spirituality into the mix of things. So I've already introduced myself. I still am a little bit rusty, a little bit nervous. I don't know why, but I think it's just a matter of getting back in the routine. But that just goes to show, when you get out of routine of something or you stop practicing something and you haven't been consistently doing it again, you do get rusty. It's just very normal, human-like that we do that, right? They say when you've been driving a car too long, you literally don't even remember driving to certain places because it just becomes such a natural thing because you've done it so many times. But with confidence being confident, being your best confident self, you have to constantly work on it. Unless you're just one of them natural people that just has, amazing confidence and doesn't need to work on anything. Well, yeah, bravo to you. You're a very lucky person. But I'm a pretty confident person. Like I've said I'm just going to take my watch off because I don't want to get distractions. Being a confident person doesn't mean that you're confident in all areas, and it doesn't mean you're not going to go through lumps and bumps along the way of your journey, of your path, of your life. There's always going to be that little thing that's going to try and stop you or slow you down or make you question, is this what you should be doing, or do you want to do, or put that fear button into you, you know what I mean? So it's always a process working on your confidence, and it doesn't matter what area. I always talk about it. I know I do, but I'm here to remind you that it is a muscle. It's another muscle. It's like eating healthy, training, creating muscle, strength and training, walking, whatever it is that you're doing, making a cake. You get better at something when you constantly practice it. So, but I will be bringing that into the mix of the reading. So if you are an old subscriber, and you would know on my old channel, I used to do a lot of pick a cards, and I love pick a card because it really takes me, the reader or the intuitive one, delivering the message to you away from a specific thing. So I just get out of my own way. And when I'm reading for someone and someone asks me a specific question, you don't do a pick a card, but you read for them. That's their question. But really, is that really what they need to know? Whereas with the pick a card, you just choose a pile, and then whatever messages I give you is usually, and I've never really had many that say that not one part of it did not resonate. It's all energy. We're all connected. And if you've arrived here and you're watching this video, you're meant to choose a pile. So choose a pile. Or maybe you're just curious, you want to know what this is all about. And if you haven't chosen pick a pile or pick a card beforehand, how it works is you've just got to choose A or B. Don't put too much thought into it. Just go with what your gut says. The first thing that comes to your mind, bang, that's the answer. None of this, should I, shouldn't I? It's like, is it A or is it B? Bang, done. and be trusting in that. And sometimes too, what can happen in pick a card readings is some of the energy from the two different readings can actually resonate with you, and that's very normal too. And some things might not be real right now, but they can. And you might come back in a month and go, oh my God, that thing that come up in that reading, I so resonated with that, and that happened in my life. And really all these readings are about, any readings I ever do is all about guidance and mentoring, and I throw a bit of coaching into there too as well. But take it or leave it. Like at the end of the day, nothing is ever concrete, and you don't have to take on anything you don't want to take on. You just take on what you need to take on and what is for your highest good. True believer of that too as well. So if there's something you don't like and it's triggered you or upsetted you, just let it go. You know, I know some things are hard to let go, but if it has triggered you, maybe it's something in you that you need to explore or go there at another date, but not right now. Because usually a trigger with something I'm saying is something that you need to know, but maybe you're not ready to hear it right now. So that would be my little advice to you if you're like, oh, you know, and some people get a bit scared too as well. Do I really want to hear it? You know, I never, ever do any type of intuitive readings that are going to be, what I say, not the negative's not the word. I don't give bad news. I always flip things up. If things don't look good in the cards, I will do it in a way that is optimistic and positive and give you a solution or an idea as to how to work through that. Because that's what I'm all about. I love to help people to grow, do better, journey and evolve, and yeah, move through your life better, right? So please don't forget, if you do like this video, I know I'm sort of talking a little bit at the beginning. If you do like this video, don't forget to like it, comment and let me know what you think, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't, because share the love. And share this channel as well with your friends if you like what you're getting. All right, so I am going to start with pile A. So normally what I do, some of my videos, or some people that do pick a card, they have the thing over the top doing the reading. But I'm not going to do it like that. I'm just going to show the cards to you, and I'm just going to read it very authentically. Today also too, I am not going to be going to the book. I'm just going to get the messages and go from there. If you do have any questions, you can pop them down here below in the description box. And hopefully I'll get back to you straight away or as soon as possible with an answer. But not specifically to the reading, or maybe it's not clear about what I said. Just fire away and ask the question. All right, so I'm going to put my glasses on because this woman needs glasses to read, darling. Okay, so the first card I pulled for you, which I think is just amazing, is there's a pregnancy. So this come out of my deck, my own deck that's in the process of being printed as we speak, and I'm going to have it up for sale very soon. Just wanted to share that with you. There's a baby. There's a little baby coming. Pregnancy, maybe you're trying, it's happening. And if it usually comes up in a reading very bold as that message, it's going to be pretty soon. It's going to happen, or it's already happened, and it's in the making. Like there's something brewing, right? The next card I pulled for you was Dear Fears, Fuck Off. So that's again from my deck, my Rechelle Mackay deck, Confident as Fuck deck. So that's all about, we all have fears, but that message is coming as a reminder to you. You've really got to tell them to F off. Like fears, I believe, are that thing that blocks us. It definitely does block us from so many parts of our life. When we've got fear, we can't move forward. And people will say to me sometimes, well, how do you get over the fear? You just start and you just get on with it. So if it's something that you're wanting to do or create, but you're fearing blah, the only way to move through that is to do it. You don't get through fear by sitting back and observing and watching. You get through fear by doing it. So whatever that thing is that you're fearing, whether it be a decision or creating something new, buying something new, buying a new house, changing careers, fear is always going to bite us. Like I had fear coming into this reading or this video today, and it was, it wasn't really much, but it was like, what's going on? There's a few little bits and pieces going on inside of me, but that's normal, right? So fear, I think also too on the flip is it's good for us because it sort of shows to me that there's a part of you that has got that you're got that what's the word? Empathy, right? So you're sort of sensitive. So you feel things. You know, people that don't have no fear, it's sort of like, do you even get scared of anything? Like for me, that's like full on. So for me, fear is a good thing, even though it doesn't feel good, right? And it can stop us. So the reminder is in your message in this reading is to really fuck it off. Like you need to step out of the fear, because it is only a thought, and it is only something that we put in our mind that it could have, would have, should have been, right? So a lot of people around fear will say, but what if that happens? But how are you going to know if you don't try? How are you going to know the answer to your question or the thing that you're wanting to do in your life if you are living in constant fear? You won't. You won't move through it, because you just sit back on the fence and play it safe. So you're getting that message because you need to not have the fear. You need to let it go. You need to F it off so that you can move through your life, right? Now, that can be in any part of your life, but there's definitely fear coming up for you right now. Now, this reading that's going to be delivered, I'm pretty sure it's going to be getting sent to you at the end of March. So like the last week in March, first week into April. But again, this is an evergreen reading, so if you want to come back and watch it, you're meant to watch it, whatever. Okay, so I showed you that, didn't I? Okay, so the third card I got, I chose a color for you. And this is all about standing up for your beliefs. I love this deck. This deck's called The Secret Language, of the Soul. The time is to act now. Isn't that interesting? So with the fear card and then this card here, you know, stand up for what you believe in. Maybe it's that you're fearing talking your truth to somebody, right, as an example. And you're scared to tell them what you believe in because you don't want to be shot down. You don't want them to see you differently. You don't want to confront them because you don't like confrontation. But this card next to this is saying, well, you need to stand up for your truth and act upon that, you know, and believe in what you believe in and be sincere about it. There is a way that we can say things without hurting people, and there's a way of delivering things, right? So this card says, stand up for your beliefs, and it's time to act. So I love that next to the fear card. Okay, then I chose from the Connection deck by Trisha James. So we pulled two cards. One is Loyalty, Companion, Friend. And the other one is Lost Love on the Other Side. So I feel like that card there, is there someone's anniversary coming up on the other side, or a birthday on the other side? So this particular person that's passed over, whether it be a nana, a mother, a father, a grandfather, a child, a friend, they're saying hello. So, and I feel like there's a birthday or an anniversary coming up in the next couple of months, and that is a message for you. What a beautiful message in pile A. I love that. And Loyalty, Companion, Friend. So I feel like with the cards that I've already read out to you, with the fear card, I feel like there's a friend of yours that can really help you to work through this fear you got going on. So that person that doesn't judge, she just listens, or he listens, and he's really transparent, or she's really transparent with you. So I feel like you need that loyal companion friend. I mean, it has got a dog on it, and it does say there's a pet dog, but I feel like this particular person is someone that's not very opinionated, someone that just sits back, listens, and just holds you in whatever it is that you're going through. And I feel like you need to really reach out to them, because they're going to be good for you as you maneuver through this fear, whatever it is around. I chose you a confidence card because, like I said, I was going to do a confidence part in these readings. So this says, your pain is calling you to level up. Oh, I love this card. So over my years of, sorry, I've got this here on me. Over my years of working with people around confidence and talking confidence, and, you know, the work that I do, and the women that I also have worked with in my salon, my hairdressing salon, I still hairdress casually as well. I see women do this all the time. They see their pain as something that is failure, or something where they've messed up, where it almost like pulls them back 10 pegs. But in actual fact, the pain that you've been through is actually helping you to level up in your life, because the only things that's really going to help us to truly, really grow tenfold, 100-fold, 1,000,000% is pain. Because pain tells us what we don't want, what we're going through, right? So pain is the best thermometer for understanding ourselves. You know, what's good, what's not good. And I'm not talking about death, just in like a death as far as pain. I'm talking about pain where maybe you've lost a job. So there's a lot of pain around that. You've lost a partner, or you've had a loved one pass over, like I just said. But that pain, that adversity, and that part of your life that you went through is that thing that will be your driving force, and that thing that will take you to those higher levels. The happiness and all the joy and all the success and the abundance, those things don't make us grow. Pain is the power. Pain is that thing that's really going to take us to that next place. It might not while you're going through it, of course, because we can't see it like that, because we're processing, we're reflecting, we're going through it. But for you, using your pain as your strength, and as that thing that's really going to be your guide and your thing that's going to power you through your life, I'm telling you now, you will not believe how much your life can change and level up when you use that as your strength. All the things that you've been through, whether it's happened for you, or you've unintentionally done it to somebody else, it's the same sort of thing too as well. It's no different. Now, I also pulled you I hope that screen didn't go dark just then. I also pulled you a Rebel deck card. I love this deck. This is an awesome card. This is like just getting really upfront and out there with a bold answer that you need to hear. So I don't do like the traditional type readings. I'm one of them readers and intuitives that likes to keep things really simplified and really everyday, you know, not too messy and too thick and too hard and vague and, you know, what's that guy on Married at First Sight? Tim says fluffy. Like, I don't like the fluffy. I just like things to be straight, clear, and straight down the line and give you guidance in that way. That's my flavour. And hopefully when you receive it, you've got like, oh yeah, I get it. I get it. And that's why you're still here watching it, right? So this card says, eat your effing vegetables. Eat some shit made by Mother Nature. Okay, so with the baby coming on, I would have to say that that's about that. So really up the antics of your health. You know, get the good shit in. Maybe it is that you've been trying to fall pregnant. If you aren't, well, you are going to be. You're going to hear of a pregnancy if you aren't going to be pregnant. Maybe you're a male watching this, but maybe it's someone close in your family. But I would have to say to you, for me, if it ain't a birth, you could be birthing something like buying a new home, starting a new career, going on a new trip around the world, or whatever it is. If you're birthing that amazing big thing in your life, you need to up the antics with how you look after yourself on the inside, because it's going to help you. It's going to all work together, right? What's on the inside comes out on the outside, and vice versa. And then the last question is, plot your vision. Plot your vision. So this is just a really easy little deck, this one. So this for me is telling you that it's time for you to really sit back now. We're like at the end of March in 2024. Like, what are your plans this year? Have you got a vision? Do you know where you're heading? Have you set some goals? If you don't like setting goals, or maybe just have a vision of what your life you want it to look like in 2 years, 1 year, 6 months. I'm not a real goal setter. So I'm more of a visionary, and then I just go about life that way. But for you, I feel like you need to plot this vision of where it is that you want to be in 6 months. Or maybe you work better around short term. That's actually what I just felt then really strongly. You work better on short term goals, like 3 months. Where do you want to be at the end of June? Ask yourself that question, you know, and real small chip away goals. Instead of making things so big and large that it's like, oh my God, I'm overwhelmed. How am I going to achieve this? Right, so I hope you loved your poll answers. Don't forget, if you have any questions, just put them down below. And yeah, all right. So now we're going to do pile B, pile 2, whatever you want to call it. Okay, so I'm just going to turn my hair. My hair's looking a bit wild and woolly today, but anyway, so be it. Jesus. Okay, that's the worst part about filming yourself. You can see yourself. I wish you couldn't see yourself. Just saying. All right, so the first card I pulled for you is Ask Your Angels. Okay, so this card here is again from my own personal deck that will be available very soon. And that deck, when I created this card, this is all about really using your loved ones that are passed, spirit, if you want to just call it spirit, universe, Buddha, whatever it is that you believe in, whatever your beliefs are, and really, really call upon that for guidance. Now, some people just like to just talk it out aloud, write it in a journal and do it that way. But this is actually saying, ask your angels the questions you have, right? If we don't ask, we don't receive. I actually talked about this a lot today in some of the readings that we've done for Spiritual Sisters with my soul sister Liz. And it seems to be a really domineering topic right now, which is, what's your intention? What's your question? Be really super clear. The more clearer we are, the more we get the signs, the more we get the answers, the more we get the downloads for ourselves. Or come across people like myself and you want to get a reading, you're really clear about what the question is. And by having that really, really clear question, you get the answers. So much easier. Being vague ain't going to give you guidance. You've got to be clear about what it is that you want. And if you're one of them people, and I do feel this with you, if you're one of them people that can't make decisions and you get very indecisive, I want to say to you that, okay, so if you're indecisive and you can't make a decision, just try. And then if that don't work out, then you've got the next thing to go on with in life. Nothing's ever in concrete. If it doesn't work out, well, then try the next thing. So make a decision. So choices that we make and the decisions that we make actually make us move forward in our life through all of our areas, right? People get so afraid of making decisions because they think, oh, it's the end. It's only the decision. Then tomorrow you can change your mind if it doesn't feel right. Okay, so that was that one. And then the next one was, and this is interesting because always works out. I always say the cards tell a story. So this is the next card I pulled out from my deck. Once again, it's called Listen to Your Intuition 111. So that's up the antics to listening to yourself. Listen to the signs, watch for the signs. Nothing is a coincidence. If you're here watching the video to this long, you obviously believe in this stuff or you wouldn't be here, or you're curious, or you're just being a sticky beak. But if you're 22 minutes in on this video, you need to listen to your intuition. I always say this, all my videos, all my content, in your intuition is your superpower. And it's that thing inside of you that is going to guide you all the way. But what we do as humans, we either get in the head or in the heart, and we don't listen to that part of ourselves that has the answers. Now we did do a video over on Spiritual Sisters, maybe she can put it up here, on Spiritual Sisters around how to trust your intuition. So that would be actually a really good reading for you to watch, whoever chose Pole B, because we are talking about the simple basic ways of trusting your intuition. So if you're a little bit like, but how do I know that it's that talking? Have a listen to that video. That should go up this week too as well. Keep a lookout. Spiritual Sisters. I think it's The Spiritual Sisters on YouTube with Liz and myself. So listen to your intuition. I know you're probably like, yeah, I know that. Well, if you know that, do that, right? So I'm here to tell you to do it. If I'm giving you a message, it's a message for you. You need to listen to the messages and act on it. A lot of people know what they got to do, but they don't do it, Okay, third card was Wait for a Solution. Okay, so this is a color card. So green is all about healing. Ooh, okay, so what I'm getting right now for you, based on the previous two cards and the cards that I'm about to share with you, I'm feeling like there's a relationship, right? So you're on a bit of a rocky road with someone in particular, and don't know whether it's a male, female in your life. You're really on this, like the boat's rocking big time. You're like, what do I do? What have I got to do? And probably that's why you have got Ask the Angels, Listen to Your Intuition, because you are stuck on this, what the heck do I need to do? How do I know the right answer? And this card that come into your reading, wait for a solution. I don't feel like it's a time to make that decision just yet. But use your intuition every single day. You might get a hit, you might get a download as to it's time. And then ask for support so that, you can get the signs. Ask for signs, ask for messages. But it isn't a time of making a decision, because it says underneath, wait for a solution, relax, and it shall appear. So I feel like you're going to get answers, and wait till I read these next 2 cards for you. It's mind-blowing. And that's how I know it's around a relationship of some sort. Now, it doesn't have to be a lover. It can be a friend, it can be a family member, it can be whomever, it can be a co-worker. So the next 2 cards you got, there's a third party, someone else. So if you were to ask me in this reading, is he cheating? Is she cheating? Is she lying? Is she being deceitful? Is she being honest? I would have to say, no, she's not. He's not. And yes, there is deceitfulness, there is betrayal, there is lies, and there is manipulation. So I'm here to give you that message. And, there's no coincidence in this. It is what it is. You get what you get, and take it or leave it. Sometimes people don't want to hear those messages, but it's never, ever, ever not shown me truth. So this stuff is amazing, and it's so fucking powerful, The next card of that was separate ways, opposite direction. So given that those cards are together, right, I would have to say that this person, you're just not aligned anymore. You're very different. You've got different values, different outlook on life. You operate on a complete different scale, and it's never going to work. It is going to be one of those things that, there might be good bits, and there might be bits where you're like, oh, that feels all right today or this week or this month, but guess what? It ain't changing. So you can try and prove it to yourself or try and make it feel better, but it ain't changing. This person is not aligned with you. You're on a different page now. And sometimes things can be fixed. I'm a true believer of that, but sometimes things can't. And you can waste your time trying to fix things. So that's what I had to give you in that message. So you will be walking away from this, but I do feel like you're building your confidence, or you're setting yourself up with that decision to make sure the timing's right. This is the confidence card. So just be like Elsa and let it go, yo. So based on the other cards, I would have to say that that's like, you've got to just not try and, be in your head so much of this decision, and you know what you got to do. I believe you do. I do believe that you know what you've got to do, and you really know the truth here, but you're scared, and you're fearful of what's going to be in front of you. Completely understandable, but that is saying to you to let it go and let God. You know that saying, let go and let God, or let go and let Spirit, and be that guidance, and trust and have faith that everything will work out for your highest good. As vague, or as corny as that sounds, if that's what you want to say, because really, if we haven't got faith and we haven't got hope in life, what do we got? We've got to have faith. We have to have faith in ourselves and life, and that doesn't mean life's going to be rainbows and unicorns every day. It just means that whatever is served to us, or whatever we're going through, we're meant to go through. So that one, you got a rebel card too as well, and this is be effing grateful. Okay. Shit could be so much worse. So I want to say to you, again, that's around this relationship. See the good things that maybe that person has given you in your life, or brought to you in your life, and the lessons that you've learned, the life experiences that you've had with this person, and be grateful for that, so that you can shut the door and turn the page and shut the door. That's what I just felt. Because shit could be much worse. That's what these cards are saying. And then the lucky last card is take a bath. So making sure that when you're going through major things like this, what this reading is saying, that you are really up in the antics on the self stuff. Nurture yourself. Take care of yourself. It might not be a bath. It might be that you want to go to the gym with a girlfriend. You might want to go for coffee with a girlfriend, and that might be the way that you fill your cup. Whatever it is, and does things that you need to fill your cup, you do that, because that's telling you, be gentle on yourself while you're going through this major change in your life. So I hope you like that. Pile chooses number B or 2, whatever you want to say. But that is today's video done. It's a 30-minute video. If you liked it, like I said at the beginning of the video, like, share, subscribe to my channel so you get notified if you subscribe. And if you share the love, then I know that you're loving it and I'll get to see your name and connect with you. Yeah, I'm loving doing this. I hope you loved it too.